And today our focus will be on the tourism sector. The tourism sector has been one of the hardest hit sectors of the economy due to the impact of COVID-19. The sector has lost over 2 million jobs and incurred revenue losses exceeding 80 billion shillings. Beyond the hotels, tour operators have had to bear the cost of cancellations as lockdown made it impossible to operate. With the economy opening up, what prospects does this hold for the operators? KTN's Brian Georgia Teno reports.
Over the years, Kenya has cut a niche for itself as a global tour destination and home to the seventh wonder of the world, the Masai Mara National Reserve that hosts the annual spectacle of the wildebeest migration. The phenomenon attracts hundreds of thousands of inbound tourists annually. However, this year, more Kenyans took to domestic travel to cushion an economically battered industry. The drivers of the industry are the tour operators, game drivers and tour guides. They have borne the brunt of an ailing economy, some having to reinvent while others sadly close shop completely. This is how the travel industry works in Kenya. Majority of the travel companies are medium and small enterprises, and so they do not own these big vehicles you see here. What they do is they hire. Now, the whole value chain was affected during COVID-19, and so we sought the answers from game drivers and many more.
Today we want to go out at the bush and see what is there for us. Before the COVID, things were better. This year we were prospecting for things to be good, but now came the corona. But we are glad that local tourists, they have really tried to keep us moving, have a bread in the table, and we are glad that they have decided to go around to the national park and see what is there. But we are hoping after the corona, things will be back to normal.
We embark on the trip as we reminisce the nostalgic travel sessions. Martin, the game driver, takes us around Nairobi National Park as we chat and enjoy with the tour operators Immaculate Wanyonyi and Eunice Kavaya. They share their experiences on an industry that has sustained them for 4 years now.
We plan our trip prior, like 2 months, 3 months, so that people can be able to save up for the trip or for the event. Not everyone has that money, like ASAP, 12,000 a trip. Not so many people have that money. A lot of people want to travel, so we are trying to budget our travels. So, for example, I had a trip to Tanzania, Moshi, Arusha. It's an exciting overland adventure. So everyone booked, like I had one overland was full, 25 parks, but unfortunately, COVID came. It was supposed to be an Easter overland. COVID came, and most of the clients, like 45% of the clients, they are not frequent travelers. They don't understand the policy of cancellations. So already you have booked accommodation 50%, already you have booked transport 50%. You get like 10 clients will not understand the cancellation. They really want their money back, and they want their money in full, but we can't refund the money in full. We made losses, like very big losses. Some of the suppliers, like transport, they agreed to keep the money for us whenever we are ready. After COVID, we can redo the trip, but they can't refund us our money.
There has been a rising call for domestic tourism, shunning the overdependence on inbound and international arrivals. This has given the industry the much-needed sustenance, as the airspace is not yet fully open for international arrivals. Be that as it may, Kenya has a clean travel bill from the World Tourism Organization.
We've been able to focus more on the domestic market, and we are creating packages that are able to be embraced by our local tourists. So initially we were doing more of Nairobi National Park, since the president gave a directive that people should be in the house. There was lockdown, so we were doing more of Nairobi circuit. And surprisingly, Kenyans have been very supportive, and they've been trying to help us and buying these packages.
I will say to the government is that if they can waiver the park fee of the the professional safari guide at the same time with the car. This will be a very good idea for the professional safari guide, and when even they are doing their marketing, they actually do more marketing because they don't have to come again and pay, because we are always here, we are always showing clients the beautiful things that our heritage, and for that reason we just want to say it's an awesome. Come and travel. Come, I tell you the difference between a giraffe, between the male and the female. Come, I tell you the difference between a zebra. Come, we see the TLA, things that look like an animal. So these are the rich history that we share and the things that we really appreciate. When it comes to the game drive, we are able to tell you a lot of these animals that when you are going to the reserve, you see but you don't appreciate. But when you come with a game drive with us, we tell you the most interesting factors that when you go back home, you're able to share. And it's now a very magical life experience.
2020 will be remembered as the year when most Kenyans embraced local travel more than ever before. But as the industry keeps taking hits from COVID-19, the gains are being realized slowly but surely. Brian George Otieno, KTN Business from Nairobi National Park.
Coronavirus has had a devastating impact